back, everybody, to A&M Reviews. It's Muhammad and Adrian, and today we're going to review the Marvel TV series Ironheart. And this TV series stars Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams, Anthony Ramos as Parker Robbins, Lyric Ross as Natalie, Matthew Elam as Xavier, Angie White as Ronnie Williams, Alden as Ezekiel Stain, Eric Andre as Rampage, Sonia Dennis as Clown, Jaren Merrill as Slug, Zoe Tarikis as Jerry, and Manny Montana as Cousin John. But the series is about genius teenage inventor Riri Williams creates the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man. So what did you get from the TV series Ironheart?
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that it was so short, and I feel like that's just due to how many not so great things have happened with Marvel TV. But it was succinct. It was short, sweet, and I definitely enjoyed what I did get to see.
Yeah, I actually liked it more than I thought I would based on what people were saying online. And I really didn't look at the reviews. So it was just more the captions. Like people saying it's the worst show that Marvel's ever put out or worst of anything. It's like, what? It is very far from that. I mean...
Did they want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Or if you want to count that. I mean, I liked She-Hulk, but come on.
No, I didn't like that.
She-Hulk,
Secret Invasion. I mean, come on now. Let's stop. That is ridiculous. It is not. It's nowhere near the worst that they've put out. I mean, does it make anything new? I wouldn't say so. Not a whole bunch new, but it definitely does expand the universe.
Right.
If they decide to do anything with these characters after that or after this, and I think they will. At least two of them. But I thought that it was pretty interesting. I thought it had a slow start. I thought that her take on things was a little different. I don't think we can see her as a regular hero, if you can really call her that by the end of this. But I mean, she believes in what she stands up for, and she's not backing down. That's pretty much what her character is.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's definitely surprisingly gritty I think for the character and for Marvel at this point. She seemed to be almost, I don't know, more mature in some areas and less mature in other areas than she was in Black Panther. But you got to see kind of a street level, scrappy engineer. We've kind of gotten so big in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's hard for, I think, low level heroes like this to make an impact. But I think she does a decent job at it, or at least attempting to.
Well, yeah, she's trying to. Well, I think her goal is to, I guess, do what Iron Man did when, like in Age of Ultron, create a suit of armor around the world so it can protect everybody, or maybe have more people have more access to it. But in her case, she lacks the resources. So I'm guessing she's what Iron Man would be if he was broke.
Yeah.
So, because she does have an arrogance about her. Like she doesn't really take no for an answer, especially in the beginning where she just takes the suit that really shouldn't be hers. I mean, I know that she said she used some grant money to build it, but I think that still belongs to the school property, and I don't think she should have been able to have it this whole series outside of that. But I I still thought it was pretty interesting. Um, don't really care a whole bunch for the ragtag team of side characters that make up that team that she was
Like her
on.
family and stuff.
Uh,
You want the villains or?
I I struggle to call them villains. I mean, they they were a part of the heist crew. So those people, the people that are part of the heist crew, outside of the main villain, um, they didn't really stand out too much to me. They, I guess, each had their own thing that they did in a heist that they were responsible for. But outside of that, they didn't really bring too much to the table. It's only, as far as on that team, maybe three main people. There's Riri, then there's Parker Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize him from that last Transformers film. Uh, and then his cousin. And I mean, those are the only ones who kind of stand out in that group. And then,
Yeah.
of course, you have her family, with her mother, her friend that is, you know, supposed to be dead. And I guess that was her brother, the guy named Xavier. I mean, he's not really that important. But, um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
He has the
I,
emotional aspect.
I guess. I mean, I didn't really care for him, mainly because they only brought him in like in sprinkles, like that.
Sure.
He didn't really bring anything to the table. Um, but I mean, overall, I would say that I did enjoy this.
Yeah, I think I would say I enjoyed it as well. It was funny but serious. I love that we got some magical pieces in there,
Oh yeah,
and
I
kind of
didn't expect
seeing
that.
more. Yeah, seeing more of what a street level um, Mystic Arts looks like as well.
Yeah, I don't know a whole bunch about her backstory. I mean, I
Hmm.
just know a general sense, like she's pretty much the female Iron Man, and is really smart. But outside of that, I don't really know a whole bunch about her character. But I felt like it was a nice way to tell her story. Now I'm not sure if the character is exactly like this, especially with that ending that they have. But uh, yeah, I don't know where they go from here. But I did see where this is a season two has not been greenlit for this. I
No.
mean, there's not as much viewership with it, and not even just this one, even the Daredevil series, which I haven't seen yet. But yeah, it, I guess they're just not getting as much viewership on Disney Plus, and I think that's just overall. It's not just
They're
Marvel
getting
TV shows.
it's. I think it's not so much that they're not getting as much viewership. It's just they're not quite liking the reception. I think they're getting from a lot of Disney Plus stuff. Feel like homework. I think that's the biggest critique. But um, I think their rumor is they're debating on another series or following the Zelma character and seeing what happens with that. Potentially the magic side, but they left the door open for anything, whether it be a appearance in movies or anything else. But I'd honestly be surprised if they did another series or another season.
Yeah, I mean, outside of just using these characters, I don't think they need another season. There's really two main characters that I would like to see again. Of course, the main character
Hmm.
and the last guy that we see in this series, because I mean, it seems like he's definitely a pretty big deal. And I've heard of him before, but don't know a
Hmm.
whole bunch about him. But we'll definitely get into that. Uh, but the crossover with like the magic stuff, definitely didn't expect that. Um, but we can kind of get into some of the story and then talk about
Yeah.
maybe some of the important parts. So, Riri Williams, she is in college. She is at MIT, and she received a full ride based on her intelligence. And I think she might have been part of that group in Civil War, the movie, when Iron Man was giving out like the scholarships and stuff. Talking on stage. But she has had the run-in with the academic integrity. You know, she would go to you in this sense at the college
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you were employed there, and you know, she's been doing the work for other people. You know, pretty much plagiarizing,
Yeah.
and they are going to expel her from the school. And she's like, oh, you know, y'all hold me back anyway, so I don't care about that. I'm taking my suit and I'm gone. And that's literally what she does. And it ends up crashing and
Yeah.
failing because she doesn't have the parts to sustain it. Um, Now, she was huge in Wakanda Forever.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if she just doesn't feel comfortable calling them up or it's more of a money thing as far as like,
I
hey,
think
we can't get
a
the.
moral thing. I think there's one line where she says she knows that they wouldn't be really supportive of what she's doing, being a thief, and doing all this kind of things wrong. Um, I kind of think about like a big sister vibe. Like, I can't tell I'm doing all this stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, she should have got some of that technology. Like like she helped them fight off the what do you call them? The people from Talokan
Oh, uh,
in Atlantis.
Atlanteans, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, she helped. That she was a huge part of that. So, I mean, ask for a little favor. You know, little Wakandan tech wouldn't hurt. You know, stretch the truth a little bit.
Said
Hey, I
she's
need
not
to.
ready without supervision.
Like I know the Black Panther. Come on now. I need I need a hookup. I mean, me going back to Chicago after I've been through that. Come on now. But yeah, that's where she ends up going back to what they might call Chirac, and which she was actually the victim of a drive-by shooting. Um,
Hmm.
you know, at her house. So it was. Now we see this in flashback, but it was her stepfather and her best friend. You know, they were chilling. You know, she was pretty close with both of them. He liked to fix up on cars. I guess she learned a lot from him with technology and fixing up stuff. And, you know, they were working in the garage. And then all of a sudden, this drive by shooting, it ends up killing the stepfather and her best friend. And that haunts her up until this day, where she thinks about it all the time and almost really drives her to build things to protect people, or at least protect the people that she loves. That's what it's mainly about. Because she really is selfish. I mean, she's very selfish, um, to a fault for the people that she loves. But outside of that, I mean, it's more of like you know I'll do whatever I want, and she pretty much does that. So she wants to try to get the parts and not in any way possible, but just stretch it a little bit. And she is randomly approached by this guy. It's the cousin. What's his name?
John?
Yeah, John. So he is the cousin of Parker Robbins, which is Anthony Ramos in real life. So the cousin approaches him, says, "Hey, I got a job for you. Either you can just keep kind of slumming it, or we can help you out. We can help each other out. You know, um, I got this little job that we can do." Um, I can't remember exactly how he explains it to her, but I wasn't sure if it was like he explained like a heist or like how they do things. But
Right.
um, he invites her back, and all of a sudden she's kind of trapped in this room, and she's scared and trying to get out, and she's able to get out, and it was pretty much a test. And all the rest of the crew, Parker Robbins, which he is the leader of that crew, says, "Hey, good job, you beat out the other guy who was our tech guy. But now you're going to take his position because I've heard a lot of good things about you and I want you to be a part of our team. And I'm going to offer you this." And initially, she declines. But after thinking it over, she accepts it. Um, and he doesn't really tell her all the things that they do, but you can kind of tell he's kind of shady. Like
Right.
he He's in it for himself for the most part, not really for, hey, I want to make sure my whole crew gets all the things that they want. But no, it's mostly about him.
Right.
And I can't remember exactly what his motivations are outside of just getting rich.
I don't. I think that's. I mean, really, it's getting rich to prove a point to us, and maybe to feel like he's worth as much as his father is, both in money and in reputation, but mostly money.
Yeah, he wants to, get that respect. Um, but he has some powers of his own. Um, and it's all linked to this cape that he has, where
Mm-hmm.
his powers are kind of vague.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really explain like how his powers
Invisibility.
are.
Uh, he's maybe invulnerable. He possessed. I mean,
Yeah, and he has to put on these tattoos that just keep spreading, um, almost like a virus.
mm-hmm.
It's spreading all over his body, and it stings him like it hurts. And we're wondering throughout the show, like, where did this come from? Like, why does he have this tattoo that keeps spreading? And really, I don't know what the connection is between the cousin and him as far as him having to put on tattoos for
Well,
him.
I think it was. It's like scarring and stuff that he's trying to hide with tattoos. I don't think he
Okay.
really did a good job, but um, I think that was his goal.
Yeah. Um, but I don't think the cousin really knew all the details
Mm-hmm.
about what he had done to get the cape. But uh, essentially, he kind of does a deal with the devil. Um,
Yeah.
and this guy's name is Mephisto. You know, he is, I think, one of Doctor Strange's biggest villains outside of Dormammu,
I
right?
think so. Him and kind of just the MCU generally,
Yeah, but
or the Marvel
he
universe.
he's like Rumpelstiltskin pretty much. Hey, I
Yeah.
can give you what you want, but I'm going to take this in return. Um, and that's pretty much how he is able to persuade Parker Robbins whenever he approaches him. Hey, I can give you everything you want as long as you do these things. And he, really sells his soul to him and ends up, being on this mission to carry out Mephisto's plans, which, we find out that it is Mephisto at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is them just, doing the heist and stuff like that. But were there any moments in the series that really stood out to you?
Um, Probably. It's one of the more conflicting times we see a hero in the MCU really struggle with their abilities and money, really, to aid them. So, she's obviously a lot of theft is going on. Um, we see her learning, falling forward a little bit. Um, she kills John really by on purpose and by accident, but she's like, I have to live, but that means you have to die. Um, but it's
Well, I
honestly
mean,
one of the first like I don't know one of the first sad. I've seen it in comics, but I don't know in the MCU if we've ever seen someone do something against someone who is quote unquote a villain that they actually feel bad about or are grappling with. I don't think we see that. Most of the MCU characters are pretty either mature or they don't end up killing that person or um, they do so in what feels more like an equal and opposite fashion.
wait, what
Thinking,
about all those people they've killed, like in the Avengers films? Like those people didn't just live.
well, yeah, but there's no remorse from the heroes. There's none. They just they keep going. If we have not, I don't think we've ever seen someone have to process a kill like we do in this case.
Well, I guess it's because they knew them in some, well, Riri knew that guy in some sort
Mhm.
of way.
Yeah.
So,
Even if she didn't, I think she would have struggled a little bit with the idea of fighting to the death, really, and
well, she's
making.
also stealing.
She's also stealing. She's also lying about it all, right? She said that we just couldn't get to him or something like that. Not that she had locked him in there to hide her secrets. It's like it's different than the random goons who are being pushed down to the side in a random New York fight, but it's someone who there
The
was a
Wilhelm scream.
relationship. There was motivations, and she's kind of haunted by this memory of what she's done. Unlike most of the other heroes in the MCU, who really is kind of insensitive. They just don't care. They don't. Have you seen anyone care like this? I've not.
No, but I don't think we've seen. Well, we've seen conflicted characters, but the way that she crosses the line, where you feel like she's a good person, but then that ending is more like, wow, you sold your
Well,
soul.
do you? I mean, it's possible that didn't happen. I feel like it's up in the air.
No, I think. Well, I mean, maybe we'll see what happens
Yeah,
after that, but
because
I
we
think
see
she
both
did.
scenarios.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty definitive that she shook hands on it, like she agreed to it.
I don't know.
So really, what happens is after she ends up defeating Parker Robbins, who was being controlled in some sort of way by Mephisto, he offers her a deal. Like, I can give you everything you want. I can give you the resources, the things that you need to build the suits and protect the people that you love. And, she contemplates it. And really, I thought that it was going to go that I guess it normally would be like, oh, no, I rebuke you, whatever. But no,
Hmm.
she's like, you know what? I'll take the deal. And that's what I got from it.
Well, we see it happen. I mean, we see her, with the scars, right, as if she's taking the deal. But then we also see we go backwards, and then we're back at the table, and we see her kind of lean forward, and you don't know. I honestly think the writers don't know yet. I think they haven't decided. I think if Riri will be a character that's used in the future, they don't know how they want to use her yet. So I think that's kind of why I was kind of teetering either way. Um, but I don't think it was definitive. I think we have an Inception situation.
So we'll never figure it out.
Unless he gets back on the screen in some way.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like she did that deal, and because
Because I feel like
remember
it's
her
wasting
friend
the
came back.
character almost if she actually did.
But remember her friend came back.
We don't
Like
know if that's real.
when she what? How do we not know it was real? I mean, what? How can we not believe our eyes?
Well, because we see all that, but then we go back to the table, and then it ends. Like we go back to their meeting after the hug.
Wait, was that like a mid credit scene?
No, it wasn't a mid credit scene. They were talking. It looked like she's making the deal. Then we just there's no time lapse. There's no time lapse. There's no 30 days later or nothing. We just are back in the shop and she's working. Natalie appears, and then they hug. We see the scars. Like, oh no, she must have made the deal. Um, but then we end up back in the restaurant.
Wait a minute. I think you need to watch it again.
I'm pretty sure that's the order.
Because
Then
I
it
mean,
ends.
I'm
Then we
looking
get the post credit scene.
at no. Hey, I'm looking at it right now, and she's hugging her,
Yes.
and then whatever it is, the
Right,
stuff comes up on her hand, and then it fades to black. They don't go back to the
right.
restaurant. They they don't go back. I mean,
Thought
there
we
is
had
like
that.
another scene, but it's with I
No,
think that
that's
other
something
girl.
else.
But also, what's his name comes back, Parker
Right,
Robbins.
right.
But yeah, she did that deal.
I don't know.
Did you look at it?
But yeah, she's unsure. Let me see. We never see the actual handshake.
I mean, but you can assume, right? And then we see the her hugging her
Okay,
friend.
now I
You
see.
know,
So after all of that, so we're at the table at 30 minutes in, 30 minutes, 30 seconds. We leave the table, 30 minutes, 50 seconds, montage. We end up in the warehouse. And then we go in between her at the table with Mephisto and talking to Natalie. And the last thing we see is her hugging a thing. Let me see. Run
yeah,
diagnostics.
34 minutes.
Super confused. Back at the table. Back at the table. Reaches hand out.
So it's at 34 minutes around that time where it fades to black.
Hold on. I'm at 33. So it looks like we almost get the handshake and then we pop back into the garage. 34 minutes, we're still hugging. We see the little. We see the scar on there and then we fade to black. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Because
What?
also, the whole scarring issue, if we believe what's happened in the series so far, the scarring is related to the use of the cloak or the, what you call it?
That's right.
Yeah. And it would be strange for her to experience that while she's not using it. Or at least we can't see if she's using it.
So what did we see? In your opinion, what did we see at the end with
I think we
the?
saw a very misleading ending because we never see. I think it's the fact that we never see him shake the hand is intentional.
So, like, where is it coming from? The scene, like who's making the
A
scene?
possibility.
But
It is
I
just
mean,
to mislead us. It is what, and you could say it's her thinking about what the consequences could be or what it might be like if she exists. You could even argue that Mephisto is putting this false memory in her head for all we know.
but why would he show us with her hand lighting up? Like, why would he show her the
Because it could
consequences?
be a real possibility. Well, I mean, why does he need to hide it? Yeah, I mean, he obviously does not care about these people. Like, it's not a secret.
Well, I mean, he didn't tell the other dude everything.
No, but
Parker
he saw
Robbins.
the scars, and he was never upset about it. He was like, "What's all this, man?" Like it was they had open conversation, even though his body looked awful. So, like, I think he knew the consequence, but wasn't ever upset about it. Um,
But not beforehand.
no,
Like,
not
I don't
before.
think
Well,
that
we
he
never
knew
saw
that going
before.
into
We
it.
never saw that part of it before.
No, whenever had the conversation at the table, and he's like, "No, what do you really want? Like, tell me, like, be for
Hmm.
real." And then he tells him, and then he's like, "Okay, now I can give you what you want." But he didn't really tell him the consequences or the side effects that he might feel after that.
Or
At
we
least
don't
that
know
wasn't
if she got
shown.
this vision as well, and he just didn't understand what he was seeing.
Oh, what?
Only possibility.
Come on.
I don't think it was Jill.
At some point, we gotta believe what we see.
I think it's intentionally misleading.
Well, I think it can be
I want to see what
misleading
the
in.
internet says.
Well, they're probably trashing it, but I'm just saying. I think we should go with what we saw, and I don't think we should speculate like she just didn't do the deal because I mean that's pretty much what we saw right there. I don't think there's really any getting around it, but I thought that that was definitely an interesting take. I don't think we've seen a hero do that in this series. Um, like pretty much choose to be bad. I mean, she's choosing what she wants. She's being selfish, but I mean, she's got to see that it would be a bad choice based on the guy that she just defeated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, hey, I'm interested to see. I mean, I feel like maybe that can set up a third Doctor Strange. I don't know. Um, I mean, are you interested in seeing Doctor Strange come back?
Well, I mean, of course, I could care less about Riri. Doctor Strange, yes, yes, immediately, tomorrow,
Careless.
3D IMAX.
Is that how you saw the last one?
Yeah, I've seen every Doctor Strange movie in 3D. It is the best way to watch them. Mm-hmm. I think they use 3D the most or the best in his movies.
Well, I mean, when you have mind bending things and visuals,
Right,
it can.
right.
It's definitely best for that. But I remember we did see the first one in 3D. Uh, that was a while ago, it's almost 10 years ago. But that's crazy. Um, but yeah, I thought that was definitely an interesting ending. Um,
I don't want to believe it. People are. I don't know.
you've seen negative things.
Well, not even negative. Just saying, who did she accept or not? People agree that it's implied that she accepted. Mm.
Well, I really think she did. It does play into what she was doing throughout the whole series, being selfish in a way. I mean, of course, that she wants the best for her family, but
Mm.
it's not always the best for everybody around her.
Mm. Well, I mean, and someone in a Reddit poster said that maybe this is her being selfless, giving herself up, knowing she'll be corrupted in order for somebody else to live. Well, well,
Uh, I guess, but you're still being selfish to save that one person, and now you're gonna, I mean, put a lot more people in danger.
true. I feel like this is going to be undone. I feel like this is not, that didn't happen. It was a possibility.
Well, we're not gonna get an Ironheart season 2. We can
Probably
already
not.
say that.
Well, I think after the initial bad reviews, I think it did well.
You mean like
Let's
people
see.
watching it?
Yeah, after the critical people got out of the way, IMBD has it mid range, 4.3,
Oh, that's rough.
2.5, a lot of mid. Rotten Tomatoes, 77%
Actually,
tomato
I mean that's
meter.
pretty good.
Yeah, it did go up after the initial reviews came out. More people watched it. It went up.
Yeah, I don't see why they were saying like it's the worst thing ever. It is very far from that.
I think it's because it doesn't match the same storyline as many stereotypical heroes, and she doesn't give any homage or grace or thanks to Tony Stark who for a lot of people is the savior of the MCU.
Nah, she's like, F that guy.
Right. She's like, I got his money and his tech. Now what? I don't really care what you got to say. Now, in the comics, she does have an AI of Tony Stark at some point. Um, and he kind of helps guide her, but even still, she wants to be self made in spite of him.
Yeah, I mean, her AI is her best friend or her dead best friend that she um, unintentionally puts into the suit when she's trying to transfer some of her, I don't know, brain or whatever it is into the suit.
Yeah.
She fell asleep and, her friend ends up becoming her AI, an almost tangible one, you know,
Yep.
almost like Jarvis, but everybody can see him. But trying to think of any other important parts. I mean, overall, I thought it was a good series. Honestly, don't understand why people are saying it's the worst thing ever, or some of the people on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
definitely not.
They need to get over themselves. Um, yeah.
Like just compare it to She-Hulk and Secret Invasion. Look at those two and see if you still think it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Secret Invasion is just super boring. I mean, it's so boring. Um,
Unfortunately.
and then She-Hulk, that's boring too. It's it's really a joke. It's an
It
awful joke.
Well, it was a comedy. It was supposed to be literally a joke. I mean, they especially the last episode, they literally kept crapping on themselves. Um, I had nothing. I had no problems with that. I think that could have continued. No issue with that.
eh, nah, I think I'm good. I mean, I've seen She-Hulk before in some other things like cartoons and
Mm.
maybe a little bit of comics, but for me, there was nothing that really attracted me towards wanting her as something that I wanted to see. So, I mean, I don't have any problem with the actress or anything, but
Mm.
it
I think it was. It's
didn't work.
unfortunate. I think too many MCU fans take themselves too serious, and that's the problem. It was literally a comedy,
It
and
was a
that's it.
boring comedy.
Well, it was. I wouldn't say it was boring. I enjoyed it. I like that kind of a show. I don't mind that kind of a show. For the genre, it was actually good. It was like in the same vein as uh, How I Met Your Mother or uh, Two and a Half Men. Uh,
You ever seen The
it
Good
was
Place?
The Good Place. It was not quite that goofy, but it would have been on if The Good
That was
Place
a
was on
better
at 8
show.
o'clock. If that would have a lot of good writing, but um, if A Good Place was on the same network as She-Hulk, A Good Place to come on at 8 and She-Hulk comes on at 9. Like it's also another comedy, but it's a little more raunchy. But so was her comics.
They would get
That's kind
canceled
of how
after the
they're
first
written.
season.
I don't think they would have.
Well, they already have been, I think.
I know they well, I guess technically not canceled. They just didn't do another one. That's one way I guess they kind of save themselves. Marvel. They never promised more than one season, so they're not really canceled. But um, I think she was offended because I think she was going to be in Deadpool and had filmed some scenes and they cut them out. I think, um, but it wasn't even that much. It wasn't even like a lot of scenes. It was very short. Um, but I think the actress was upset at the studio because they were so reactionary to again original, you know, high critiques of stuff. Because let me see what that's rated at now on Rotten Tomatoes.
She-Hulk or Deadpool?
She-Hulk.
Well, one series I think that they should definitely bring a season two back on is Moon Knight, because I thought that was really good. I mean,
Yeah. See,
and it
She-Hulk has 79 on the tomato meter.
well, I mean,
Because if you watch it out of the vacuum, if you watch it out of all the people who are crapping on it, who take themselves too serious, it was, if you just look at it as a comedy, it was actually pretty good. 79%.
I mean, comedy is so subjective, and to me,
It is.
it was just boring. Like I didn't hate it, I just thought it was
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah. See, okay. Yeah, tomato meters, top critics, 79%. But then people who just bashed it for no reason, um, the all audience score is 32. That doesn't make any sense. That is openly hating.
Well, that's what people do. They like to jump on the trend, and the trend right now is to definitely trash almost anything that Marvel puts out.
Yeah, Ironheart got 77 on the tomato meter and then 49 on the all popcorn meter.
I mean, it's better than She-Hulk, but
Well, the average is the average viewer, but it's less on the critic side. And then we'll see. What do you think the best MCU uh, TV series has been? Maybe Loki.
uh, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's hard to say. I think if you are a true Marvel fan and you're not just somebody like, oh, well, the MCU got bad after
Mm-hmm.
Endgame, I feel like it could be any of them, really, because they're very different. It's hard to say which one is the best. Now, some are definitely done better than others, but it is very hard to say. I mean, I like Moon Knight. Um, I like most of Loki. Even though most people be like, "Oh man, that's the best series hands down." No,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to say because season two is a whole bunch of science mumbo jumbo.
Right.
Um,
Both of those are rated in the 80s, Moon Knight and Loki.
yeah, they should definitely bring back Moon Knight. I thought it was so good and interesting, and the character by himself, just the different personalities and how it all starts, where he doesn't even know where he is and he's trying to stop himself from doing things. I mean, I thought it was very good. Like that one, it might be the best one, honestly.
Hmm.
And that one came out at least a few years ago.
Yeah. Like 2 or 3 years ago.
I mean, it definitely deserves a second season. I'm not sure if there's enough people fighting for it, but it's definitely
Now,
one of the
Secret
best ones.
Invasion, a 53 on the tomato meter and a 42 on the popcorn.
So it's around. It's pretty close.
Well,
I don't think
the
anybody likes that
all,
show.
yeah, that one is critically messed up.
It just plain sucks. But I mean, I haven't. I think I've seen almost all the shows. I haven't seen the Daredevil one. Now I did see the original Daredevil ones on Netflix, and those are pretty good. But I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch that one? I like that one.
No. Um, I think the Winter Soldier one is good for at least half the episodes. Didn't care too much about the villain. I think the conflict between the new Captain America and Falcon and Winter Soldier was pretty interesting. The best part of it.
Agatha
But
All Along is rated about the same as Moon Knight.
really, is that more of a comedy?
No, it's a light. It's not really scary, but it has horror more. I guess horror.
Yeah. I just hope that they bring back Moon Knight. Because really, I mean, his whole series can operate outside of anything with the MCU. I mean, I thought it was really well done. But let's go ahead and give this one a rating. So the lowest rating is trash, middle is background noise, and the highest is a banger. So how'd you rate the Marvel TV series Ironheart? Yeah, I agree. It's a low banger. I think it's pretty good. I think it's receiving hate that is unnecessary, and people are just jumping on the train. I mean, it's definitely not perfect in no way. Definitely not. But I think it does bring an interesting take on what's supposed to be a superhero. But I think she does a deal with the devil and ends up taking the wrong choice. You know, being very selfish, which I think is definitely an interesting take. And I hope to see, more of her and see how all of these things affect the greater MCU. And really want to see Ironheart and Mephisto going forward from here, because I think those are the main characters that we're going to see after this. And also on that Moon Knight, actually, it looks like they are going to do a season 2. All right. Well, I think that does it for us at A&E Reviews. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure to check out our other platforms, including YouTube, Instagram, and X, which are all linked in the description. And if you want to send us a message, click the message link to get featured on the show. And thanks for listening.